Hey language champions, welcome to day 19 of our 20-day Hindi reading challenge. Every journey to success has many steps, and today we are taking the next exit on our road to learning Hindi. As you can see on the screen, road to success, next exit. Learning anything new is a journey, and every small step takes us closer to success. So far, we have learned Hindi letters, matras, and half letters. Today, we take the next step on this road, practicing how to read Hindi words with even more confidence. In today's lesson, I will give you a small reading challenge. Try to read each word before I say it. Don't worry if it feels slow at first. Practice is what builds fluency. So let's take the next exit on our road to success. Let's start our Hindi reading practice. Let's get into day 19. Now, before we start our reading practice, let's quickly learn something very important in Hindi. The three forms of the letter Ra. In Hindi, the letter Ra does not always appear in the same way. Its shape changes depending on its position in the words. There are three main forms we need to recognize. First is the Mool Roop. The word Roop refers form. Mool Roop refers the base form. That is the original form of Ra. Exists in the words like Ram, Ras, etc. The second form is the Reph, where R comes before another consonant. It moves above the letter as a small curved line. Remember, we have already seen this form while doing our Bharakadi. Example words: Karm, Kha, Ir, Ma, Karm. Similarly, Is, Va, Ir, Gha, Swarg. So remember, whenever you see this kind of hook on top of any consonant letter, remember it is to be pronounced as a half letter, that is Ir. The third form is called Paden or Rakaar, where R comes after a consonant and it joins the consonant. This type of Ra is usually represented in two forms. One is by adding a small slanting line to the bottom of a consonant, and the other way is by adding a inverted V to the bottom of the consonant. Let's understand them one by one. In these two words, we can see that a small slanting line is being added to the bottom of these consonant letters, making Ra to merge with these letters. In this word, the Ra is added with the letter Pa, making it to sound Pra, Pra. Since we have an Eki Matra here, it becomes Pre. Pre and Ma becomes Prem. Now, Kha plus Ra makes it Kra. Since we have a Eki Matra here, it becomes Kri. Kri and Ya joins and form Kriya. Now, the other way of representing the Paden Roop is by adding a inverted V symbol to the bottom of a consonant. Let's see with an example. Here we have the letter Ta. Below to it, we have an inverted V symbol, making it to sound Tra. On the whole, this word will be pronounced as Tra and Li, Trolley. The next word is Dha. Again, we have an inverted V to the bottom of this Da, making it to sound Dra, and Ma together Drama. Generally, this type of Ra form is used only for the four letters of the consonant, which are the first four letters of the Ta root. So remember, in some letters, this Ra is joining like a small diagonal line, and in some letters it is represented in the form of an inverted V. So when you read Hindi words, remember Ra can appear as a normal letter or above a consonant in the form of a Reph or below a consonant in the form of a Paden. Now that we know these three forms of Ra, let's move on to our reading practice. In this activity, we will read the word together. The letters are separated and displayed in front of you, and I would like you to try reading them on your own. Then, we will combine the letters to form the word, and I will read it with you. Take your time and don't worry if you need a few seconds more. Reading becomes easier with practice. So look at the letters on the screen. Try to read them first, and then let's read the word together. Ready? Let's begin our read with me practice. K, M, R, and here it is the A ki matra symbol, and I have splitted this for your better understanding. In this case, R plus A ki matra together will form Ra. Now, K plus M plus Ra is not Kamra. Instead, it is to be pronounced as Kamra. The reason why we are pronouncing the Ma as half letter is, in Hindi, whenever you have a long sound to the right of any letter, and if the letter doesn't hold any matra, in that case, the letter has to be pronounced as a half letter. And that's why we pronounce it as Kamra. Now, let's try reading the second word. Ma, ha, la. It's not Mahal, but it's been pronounced as Mahal by a native speaker. For the reason that in Hindi, whenever you have the letter Ha and the letter prior to her doesn't hold any matra, it will be pronounced as with A ki matra. For example, this word will be pronounced as Mahal by a native speaker. As of now, you need not worry about this. As you are a beginner, it is nothing wrong even to pronounce this word as Mahal. Let's proceed with the third word. Sa, Bha, Jha, and this is E ki matra. That is the long E ki matra. Sa, Bha, Ji, Sabji. As I said, since we have a long sound here and we don't have any matra to the previous letter, it will be pronounced as a half letter, making it to sound Sabji instead of Sabaji. Now, let's try reading the fourth word. Before getting into the letters, let's sort out this Bindu concept first. Here is a Bindu form, and as I said, whenever we have a Bindu, we are bothered about the immediate next letter. In this case, the next letter is G, and it falls on the Karo. The last letter of the Karo is Ng. Hence, the sound of the Bindu in this word is Ing. So, Pa plus Ta plus Ing plus G, making it to sound Patang. Let's try reading the fifth word. Sh plus A ki matra makes it Cha. Va and La. Chawal. Great job. If you could read most of these words, your Hindi reading is improving. Keep practicing every day. Now, let's try something fun. the 3-second reading challenge. I'll show you a Hindi word on the screen and you will have 3 seconds to read it before I say the answer. Ready? Let's test your Hindi reading skills. Let's begin. Done? Yes, it's Sapna. Sapna. And the next one? Good. It's Kapada. Ka, pa, dha, Kapada. And the next? Done? Yes, it's Mitra. Mi and Thra. Mitra. And the next word? Did you find the sound of this bindu? Let's see. Sangeet. Sangeet. Good job. And the next word? Safar. Safar. Ready? Dukan. Dukan. The next word? Yes, it's kahani. Ka-ha-ni. Kahani. Next. Great job. You found out a 4-letter word. It's parivar. Pa-ri-var. Parivar. Next. Wonderful. It's samai. Sa-ma-ya. Samai. And the last word? Good job. Yes, it's apne. A-ha-ne. Great job. If you could read most of these words, your Hindi reading is really improving. Keep practicing every day. Now, let's practice something important that we learned earlier. That is, the half letters in Hindi. In the next few words, there is a half letter hidden inside the word. The challenge is simple. Read the word and try to spot the half letter. Take a few seconds to look carefully at these words and see if you can find the consonant without the a sound. Then I will reveal the answer. Ready? Let's begin. Did you find the half letters of these words? Let's check. Look at this first word. Can you find the half letter? The word is waqt, meaning time. The half letter used here is ik. Va, ik, tha, waqt. Now the second word. Can you find the half letter in this word? The word is saptah, meaning week. The half letter used here is ip. Sa, ip, tha, ha, saptah. Look at the next word. Can you find the half letter in this word? Let's see. The word is shabd, meaning word, and the half letter used here is ib. Sh, ib, dha, shabd. Now, the fourth word. Can you spot the half letter? Yes, let's see. The word is pyara, meaning lovely or dear. The half letter here is ip. Ip, ya, ra, pyara. Let's check out the last word. Can you spot the half letter? Take a few seconds and observe carefully. Let's see the answer now. The word is chammach, meaning spoon. And the half letter used here is im. Ch, im, ma, cha, chammach. Great job! Recognizing half letters is very important for improving your Hindi reading skills. The more you practice, the faster you will become. And with that, we come to the end of today's session. You did a great job practicing reading words, identifying half letters, and learning the different forms of Ra. Every small step like this helps build strong Hindi reading skills. But before we finish, I have something exciting to share. As you can see on the screen, one day to go. Tomorrow will be the final day of our challenge, and we will bring together everything we have learned throughout these lessons. So make sure you join me tomorrow, practice what we learned today, and get ready for the last step of this journey. See you in the final session tomorrow. Thank you.